同学们好.
老师好.
Excellent. Good to see you. It is the 24th, where we're getting to about 2/3 of the way through the second section. Last week we did a bunch of repeat movements with something sort of new. We did the 2 brush knees and then punching down. We'll do more movements that are essentially repeats with some new transitions today. The turn body, chop with fist, and then right heel kick. You know those movements. We'll work on the transitions. And then next week, we'll do Strike Tiger, which is a brand new movement. I want to start clean on that. So let's begin with a little bit of standing practice, and we'll just keep working on the standing on one leg once we've done our parallel stance. So parallel stance, breathe out, just feel everything opening up. So round the arms in front of your chest, bend the knees, and sink your weight down over the bubbling well, which is just behind the ball of the foot. So weight is more or less even front and back. And from here, let's spend 2 minutes. Today, I want you to start thinking about, quotes, relax. Feng Sung, which we translate as relax, which means opening, loosening, extending. The Chinese word is also used for if you've got your hair up, just undoing your hair and letting it just open up. So as we go through our checks, I want you to feel the joints and muscles and tendons opening and stretching. So feel the head, empty, light, energetic, pushing up. The head is up. Feel the shoulders sinking and the elbows dropping. So feel your neck opening and extending. Now absorb the chest and round the back, so the elbows extend away from the shoulders and the spine. So that's relaxing your back from left to right across the top of your back. And that will help you to relax the waist, which is drop the hips straight down so that you're stacked top of your head, middle of your pelvis, between the bubbling wells. And so now your whole spine is opening. Feel, after you've pushed your head up, feel your whole body is suspended. From the neck on down, there's a string holding up your head, and your spine is just opening and loosening and relaxing. Check your shoulders. Our shoulders hold a lot of tension. So sink the shoulders, drop the elbows. Now feel the round arms from the spine, shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingertips, all of them softly opening and extending. Just for the last few seconds, just pay attention to your breathing. Gently breathing in, belly expands. Breathing out, belly contracts. Okay, so let's change to a one-leg stance. So open your one foot to the corner. We'll start in an empty stance. So start with your chest to the corner, front foot straight, back leg bent. Now straighten the back leg. Don't lock it, but straighten it. So your front foot is just keeping your balance. You can keep it there or you can bring it in. So just use the tip of your toe to do balance. We're not going to really do balance. We're going to focus on posture. Head up, Shoulders sinking, elbows dropping. Feel that extension opening the back, absorbing the chest. See if you can relax the waist so that your lower spine is opening too. And check your breathing. Probably because you're working hard on balance, your breathing, your belly is a lot tighter than it would normally be because you're working so hard on your balance. Over time, that gets better. So let's change. Sink, change footwork. Start with the other foot forward, chest to the corner, arms up, palms about chest height, fingertips separated by about a fist, straighten the back leg. Keep the leg there if you want. If you're feeling like doing it, bring the foot in, touch with the toe, head up, light, empty, energetic, pushing up. Feel the weight sinking your lower body all the way into the flat of your foot. Everything is stacked up on that leg. As the weight's on the lower leg, it pushes up the spine, out the top of the head. Absorb the chest and drop the elbows. So sink. We'll do a minute on the other side again. So we'll start where we started before. Come in, leave it there if you want, bring it in further if you're feeling like it. If you want, you could also lift the leg and practice the up leg if the surface is good and your balance is good today. Otherwise, just leave it down. Just leave it down. Feel your crotch rounded, even though the up leg is pointing straight ahead. The shin is tilted in just a little bit. And pay attention to your breathing. Partly it's to diagnose how well those posture checks are doing, and also to remember when you do this again in a year's time, to remember how much you've progressed. Sink, change to the other side. Start with the leg out. Bring it in if you want. And if you want, lift it up. If you're lifting it up, try and aim to have your thigh at least level. Leg forward, shin slightly in. But it's fine to have the leg down because primarily we're not doing balance, we're working on posture. So just do those 4 posture checks yourself. Five more seconds. And finish. So step 1 foot down, feet parallel. So let's just gently loosen up the pelvis, hips, which have been working, getting a bit tight, contracting, and then go the other way. And let's do a bit of waist opening. So bend the knees so that the hips don't flop around. Turn the chest. Use the chest turning to swing the arms. So the chest leads and the arms follow. Just side to side. Okay, good. Now let's do some shoulder openers. Just gently open your shoulder in the horizontal direction. And then we'll Let's do it in the vertical direction as well. Okay, good. So we've been doing waist exercises. They're progressive. So let's skip over the sitting down side to side with the arms in front and so on. I want to work on something else today. So let's just start with your arms out. Imagine you're a zombie. Bend your knees. So arms are out straight. So one waist rotation is you're just turning your chest. So the arms are not moving relative to the chest. So Rogelio, it's almost like this box doesn't move. So just keep your elbows straight in front of your chest. Yeah, that's right. So like, yeah, there's no movement in your shoulders. All the movement is in the waist. Okay, so we're doing that. Then again, keep your shoulders immobile and move your body side to side. This is a vertical waist movement. And actually, if you can, try and do a circle. If your hands don't, try not moving your shoulders. So when your hands make a circle, it's because your whole chest is making a circle. And now the harder one, which is we're going to try and go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, and try, I find this very hard, to do a circle with your chest. Okay, now we're going to put all of this together. You know, one of the principles is practice continuously without interruption, which means to keep the energy flowing smoothly, which means we don't do something, stop and turn around. So if we just move the arms like this, we're going to stop and come back. So we want to put a circle in it. So, and again, when my arms move, it's really my chest moving. So if you're mirroring me, go to the left and go up a bit, then go around the corner from bottom to top, around the corner. And so you're making this flat figure eight in space in front of you. Now let's try the other direction. So we're going to go up and around. So across the middle, we're going up, turn around at the corner, up, turn around, up, turn around. Okay, and relax. So it's very easy. It's much easier when we're making. I'll just keep my hands here. If we're doing this circle really big, and as we're learning it, it helps to make it big. But eventually, we really want to have just this little curve at the end. That really most of what you see is the chest going side to side. You're really not seeing I mean, rotating this way, not going side to side this way. That's what we're working towards. Okay. Any questions about any of that? Okay, we're good. Good. So let us do our form practice. We'll start at the beginning of the second section, go to where we've gone. What I'd like to offer today is when we start, and maybe as you stand there now, set your intention for this next 5 minutes when we're going to practice the form. Pick one thing that you want to work on. What are you going to work on when you're doing this? And so, for example, it could be I'm trying to relax and open, or it could be I'm trying to coordinate upper and lower body, or it could be I'm trying to move continuously without stopping through a whole movement. So just pick one thing and try and keep that in your mind as you practice. Good, let's start. So we're in cross hands at the beginning of the second section. All right, I will just call the movements, no cues. And I'll try to remember to do cloud hands. Embrace tiger, return to the mountain. roll back, press, push, transition to fist under elbow, fist under elbow, step back, repulse monkey, 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying, raise hands, step forward, white crane, spreads its wings, left brush knee, needle at sea bottom, fan through the back, turn body, chop with fist, parry block and punch, step up, grasp bird's tail, roll back, press, push, transition to single whip, single whip, cloud hands, 1, 2, 3, single whip, high pat on horse, right separation kick, transition, right separation kick, left separation kick, transition, left separation kick, turn body, left heel kick, parry block and punch, left brush knee, right brush knee, step forward, punch down, and stop there. Okay. Anything come up for you? Any questions or observations? Any movements you want to work on? Rogelio.
Well, now I think I got all in my head, not completely able to do it. Sometimes I know it has to be done. Probably I'm having some problems keeping the pace steady. I feel
Mm,
like in kicks I try to speed up. It's hard to keep it at the same slow pace, but
yes.
other than that, I think is there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I think a problem we all have. Um, the one thing that works for me and might work for you is actually practicing to somebody doing the calling, because then you have to sort of keep to their pace. But I think you've already done the most important thing, which is to notice that you have the issue.
Breathing, trying to keep listening to my breathing helps. If I try
Mm,
to keep a steady breathing
yeah,
pace and then
yep,
that to even the speed helps a little
yes,
bit, but it's hard during because then you're fighting with your balance and then you have to kick faster in order not to fall down and things like
right.
that.
And some movements are longer than others and need more breath than others.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yep.
But yep, good.
Okay, that's something that I think is hard to do. Lorraine, how do you find keeping the pace constant? Does that work for you?
As long as you're calling out or I'm listening to the recording, I'm okay.
Okay, yes, yes, the recordings help. Yeah, having somebody call does help. And I think part also with that is that you're not working on trying to remember what the next movement is, which can also be a distraction. Okay, good. So let's review the things that we did last week, and then we'll move on. So last week we we started with essentially a bunch of repeats. We did left heel kick, and then from the left heel kick we went to left brush knee. And so there was, and I'll go through all these things and we'll practice them a few times. The thing there was to make sure that when you go from the left heel kick, you remember to bring the right arm forward and then do the big swing. So that's with the left brush knee, then right brush knee, standard right brush knee, and then it was punching down, which is very similar to just an ordinary brush knee. The difference is that normally when we start with a right brush knee, one arm goes up and the other arm comes down. But with punching down, the left arm just comes straight across. It doesn't go up first and then down. So let's review those. I'll do them a few times and I'll talk you through it. And then we'll just practice them so that you can see if you've got all those things in your mind. So for me now, that's the front. So I've done, is that right? If I were doing it in this direction, turn body, yes, I'd be going in this direction. So I've done the left heel kick. So I'm going to turn around and do it this way. So we've done the left heel kick here. So what we're going to do is sink step into a bow stance. So that's just something, pretty much that's standard. The arm movements are where the subtlety comes. So when we start, the right arm comes forward and the left arm just turns the left palm up. Then right arm down, left arm up, close and step. So the coordination point is when the arms are to the side, brush as the foot flattens, push as the knee bends. So let me just do it from this direction just to underline what's happening with this arm. So the back arm is going to come forward to here. Then it's going to do the swing. So it's going to come slightly up and forward. So if I'm from this direction, slightly up, and then it sits here, palm facing you, swings down, brush, push. The left hand starts up slightly when when the right hand comes forward, and then just goes up and down the way we always do with the brush knee. The other thing that I want you to pay attention to is when we start this movement, we're trying to sync and step all the way. So we're not going stay up and then sync at the last minute. We're trying to sync at a constant rate if we can. So let's do that together a couple of times. I'll just call 1, 2, 3. You can work on it. Okay. 1, circle the right hand forward. 2, one arm up, one arm down. 3, brush. 4, push. Go back. So we're on the right leg. We've done a left heel kick. So 1, right arm forward. 2, one arm up, one arm down. Close and step. 3, brush. 4, push. So there's one thing I just want to that we should just practice together. So let's just focus on the right arm. So Lorraine, we're starting with the right arm out. So yeah, so your right arm is out. It's going to come in front of you like this, and then it's just going to swing down. Yes. So we start here, and it comes in front. Then it swings down and out. Yeah, that's right. And when you finished your swing, this is a subtle point. What I'd like you to aim for is that here, and your heel touches, your right arm is still it's not straight. It's got a bit of a bend in it, but it's out. Then as you come forward, it turns in. So it starts at the back, starts behind you. Yep, comes forward, circle down and sits, sit at the side, then it comes in. So let's just do those again. So it starts, the right arm is out to the side, to like the corner, comes to the front, circle down into the corner, sit, comes into the shoulder and strike. Yes, one more time. So the right arm is behind you. Yep, start with the right arm up and behind you. Yep. It comes forward like that. Yes, circle down and sits at the back. Then it comes in and then it goes forward. Yes, like that. Great. So from there, we do just an ordinary right brush knee. Then we're going to do punch down. Oh, we've lost Rogelio. Anyway, so the thing that I want to just remind, he's back. Okay, so the one thing that I mentioned that I just want you to pay attention to is when we've done right brush knee, actually I'll do it this way. Yes. So normally when we do, if I'm in a right brush knee, normally this forward hand is going to come up and down at the same time that this bottom hand comes down and up, right? So I'm going to go from here, then one goes up, one goes down, and they meet. In this movement, this forward arm is just going to come levelly down. So it's just going to circle down, just come straight across. So let's practice that together. So we're in right brush knee. Punching down, shift back, weight, open the right toe, round the right arm. Now the left arm just circles down horizontally, close and step here, shift forward, weight, punching down. Yep, and let's do it on this side. So we're in right brush knee, shift weight back, turn the right toe out. Now, arms horizontally, circle down, closing step, brush, and punch. What I want you to pay attention to is that when you do the punch, try and have your arm at 90 degrees from your forearm. If your stance is relatively short like mine is, you probably have to bend your torso so your upper body is not in line with your back leg in order to get the fist low enough. Because the fist is at knee height. Yeah, that's looking good. Let me watch you do that. Let's just see how that goes. Okay, we have one simple thing to fix. I think this is something that we're all struggling with. So I want you to be clear that before you punch, the right fist is here by the right hip. So you're going to punch from here. So the question is, how do I get, if I've done right brush knee, how do I get this fist, this right hand down here? So you remember, I go up to here. So from here, this right fist is just going to come to my hip. And then I'm going to punch down. Let me do it from this direction. You can see it from the other side. So I'm going to shift back. I'm going to open. Now you'll see my right fist just comes down to my hip. Nothing fancy, just comes down to the hip. So hip height, maybe a little lower, Lorraine. Keep the shoulders sinking, and then punch down. And punch down. Yes. So Rogelio, it looks to me as if maybe you're a little bit too far back. So it's sort of sitting for me on this front corner of the hip. So it's not by the side of the hip. It's a little bit further forward. That way you won't open your chest so much. So shift back weight. Circle down with both arms. That's nice. Step, brush, and punch. Yes, great. We're in good shape. We're in very good shape. We'll practice this whole little series together at the end, but I want to make sure we just review the new movements. They're not really new movements. The first one is turn body chop with fist. So you will remember that we did turn body chop with fist from fan through the back. And it looked like this. Here, we're starting from punch down. So we're starting from a different place, but we're going to finish in the same place. I'm starting from a bow stance. So my footwork is going to be exactly the same. My footwork, it's going from a bow stance in that direction to the 180-degree direction. My footwork is exactly the same. The other thing that happens is my left arm comes up as I turn around to protect my head. That's exactly the same as we did before. It comes up, remember when we were in fan through the back, my hand was out here. It's in a slightly different position, but as you come around, the left hand goes around to protect your head. That's the same. The only thing that's different is the right hand. So here, what I want you to pay attention to, so we've done this punch. As you turn, as you turn your body, you're going to rotate your arm. So I want you're going to start with the right arm punching down, turn your body, rotate your arm so that the fist is sitting in front of your tummy here. So make it nice and round, so a little bit further, a bit rounder, Rogelio, and palm down when it's here. Yes, palm down. Palm, yes, like that. So we're going to come, and so actually one way of thinking about it is imagine there's a little railway track running parallel here. You're just going to try and keep your right hand on that railway track until you've pulled it to here. Then you're going to turn and chop. So just to summarize the difference, in fan through the back, there's this big circle that we make with the right hand. We don't do that here. It just, as you turn the body, rotate the right arm. Let's practice that together. So we've done punching down. So we're in a left bow stance. Right arm is punching down, left arm is by the left knee. So the first thing we have to do, we're going to start shifting back our weight, but we should align our body first. So I think for all of us, in order to get our fist low enough, you can see the torso is bent. The torso and the back leg are not aligned. So lift your torso so that it's aligned with the back leg. Now turn. So that your body is aligned as you do the turn. Step out and chop. Let's do that again. So we're starting with punching down, shifting back weight, align the torso. Now turn the body and rotate the right arm. Left arm over the head, sit, step out into a bow stance as you chop. Heel touch 30%, shift forward, weight, strike out with the left. Do that again. So we're in a left bow stance, punching down. Shifting back weight, straighten your torso. Now turn body, rotate the right arm. Left arm over the head. Shift your weight back onto the left foot. Step out with the right as you chop 30%. Pause for a second. And then shift forward and finish striking out with the left. Let me watch that. So let me just remind you of a couple of things. So when the first one is when we shift weight back, straighten the torso and come around, I want you to feel this as the body rotates, the arm rotates, and this arm is just in front of the body here. So it's in front of your tummy. Make sure you've got a nice round space here, and it's quite low. So from here, align the torso, turn. Now from here, shift your weight onto the left foot, pick up the right, step out into a bow stance. This is when you do your chop. And here what I want you to remember, this is an energy delivery point. So we're actually exploding energy when we touch with the right heel. So you pause for a second. You're punching to somebody's nose here. So you pause for a second, and if you can, you're punching with the outside of the fist. So if you can, have the front of your fist vertical. This is where you're punching. Then you're going to pull down with the right and strike out with the left. Yes, like that, Lorraine. That's great. Let's try that. And this time we're going to think about the arm being nice and rounded, and then think about the coordination point, that pause when the right heel establishes an empty stance and we chop with the right hand. So we're in a left bow stance, punching down. Sorry, Rogelio, go on.
Yeah, I got confused. As your fist is in front of your tummy, is that the palm down or palm up?
Palm down.
Palm down.
Yes. Think about one way to remind yourself is, what is it when you do it from fan through the back? Start with fan through the back. Your right hand is by your temple. Right. You're going to turn, right hand by the temple, turn, and there you are, palm down. Same as that. Okay. Okay, let's start. So we're in punching down, left bow stance, punching with the right hand. So shifting weight back, align the torso. Now turn the body, rotate the right arm, come around, left hand in front of the head, shift back, step out and chop, then shift weight forward and strike with the left. Yep. Let's do, actually no, we'll go on because this is looking really good. So let's do the last movement we're going to do today, and then we'll just review this whole sequence. So after we've done this turn body chop, so we're here, we're going to do a parry, block and punch, which is a movement you know. We've done it before earlier in the second section, right? So we're here. So shift back weight, raise the right arm, connect out with the right, both arms circle down, step, second parry, step through, block out, and punch. That's the same as it was before. What's new now is we're going to do a kick. We're going to do a right heel kick from parry, block, and punch. So what I want you to notice, if I do it, I'll do it this way. So I've done parry, block, and punch. Imagine that you're doing the transition to step up grasp bird's tail. You'd shift back weight, open both arms. To go into grasp bird's tail, you'd step through, close and step here, and go into grasp bird's tail. The only difference is the left arm is going to stay up and the right arm is going to circle down. So observe. We've done parry, block, and punch. Shift back weight, open the left toe, rotate the right. Now, and open the right fist. So shift back weight, open. Now this left hand is going to stay up. This right hand is just going to come down and you're going to do a kick. Let's do that together, or observe if you wish. So we've done parry, block, and punch. So we're here. Parry, block, and punch. Left bow stance. Shift back weight, open both arms. Shifting weight forward, right arm circles down and then makes a cross, look in the kicking direction, kick. Do that again. So we've done parry, block, and punch. Left foot forward. Yep. So shift back weight, open the left toe, open both arms. Shifting your weight onto the left, circle down the right arm and make a cross with the left arm that's up already. Kick. And it's a heel kick. Yes, exactly like that, Rogelio. Lovely heel kick. Let's do that again. So we've done parry, block, and punch. Shift back weight slightly. Open both arms. Re-establish your 60% on the left foot. Circle down the right arm. Make crossed arms. Look. Flex your foot. Kick. Okay. And again. Parry, block, and punch. Shift back. Open left toe. Circle down the right arm. Stand up. Kick. Okay. One thing I noticed that I just want to make sure we're in sync on, before we start the kick, we start with the arms crossed. So that means that this arm is going to rotate as it goes to here. So we don't start with the arms like this and they go sideways like that. Yes, Lorraine, the arms start crossed and they both rotate. Yes, Rogelio, what I'd like you to pay extra attention on, just fine-tuning, is make sure that your rate of rotation of the arm is constant all the way across, so that you don't do it slowly at the beginning and quickly at the end. It's the same rate all the way through. Let's do that together. So we've done parry, block, and punch, left bow stance. Yep. Right heel kick, shift back weight, open the left toe, open both arms. Left arm stays up. Now open the right fist, circle it down, stand up, and heel kick. And again. Done parry, block, and punch. Shift back weight, open the left toe. Circle down the right arm, stand up, kick. Let me watch you, just keep doing it. So we're parry, block, and punch, Lorraine, so your right arm is horizontal. When you start, right arm is horizontal. You're in a left bow stance with a right arm horizontal. And stop. Very good. So Lorraine, one thing I just wanted to, let's just review the parry, block, and punch. So we're starting like this. So let's say you're here. So I'll go in the same direction as you. So the front is there. I'm in a left bow stance. My right arm is out. My left arm is in opposite the right forearm. Yes, like that. Exactly right. Then we're going to shift back weight, open both arms to the side. So we go from here to here. Yep. So shift back weight. Yes. Now circle the right arm down. Keep the left arm up. Circle the right arm down. And kick. Yes. Actually, Rogelio, which I really like the way you've got your chest open to the corner before you do the arms open for the kick. That's really nice. Actually, let's see. Susan is here. We did talk about it last week, but I just wanted to just talk about this application meaning, and we can talk about others if there are any questions. Let's just quickly review that. So if Susan actually, what were we saying? Yes. Yeah, we're doing a right heel kick. Right, so Susan's going to, if Susan punches towards me, I'm going to deflect out. I'm going to take the, I'm going to cross my arm and pull to the side. So now she's wide open. I can do all sorts of things, but let's say I want to kick. So let's try it like this. When she comes in, I'm going to connect, cross the arms, stand up, kick. So essentially, I'm transferring the connection. So what the crossed arms do is that they transfer the connection point I have with my opponent from one arm to the other arm. So she's going to punch. You can see I've got the connection point here. By crossing my arms, I can now take away this one. I'm still connected here. I still control her, and then I can do this. So that's one reason to your question last week, Rogelio, why do we cross the arms? That's one of the meanings of crossing the arms. Are there any other questions, application-related questions about any of the things that we've done since we have my beautiful assistant right here?
The transition from punch down into
to parry, to chop with fist.
The transition itself doesn't have an application, right? It's just
no. So, well, it does in a way. So let's just take it. I mean, the sort of the canonical one would be if I notice she's behind me, and if she punches behind me, I'm going to connect. So if she comes in, let's say I was here, I would actually no, I would deflect down. So yeah, actually a little bit more from there. Yeah. So she comes in, I would deflect down and then chop. I haven't really thought about the punching down, so no, I think really this is just, I notice somebody behind me, I protect my head and I chop. It could be if you punch with that and I'm here, I could actually deflect down with this left arm. So this arm that goes over my head, I'm not going to bring it to here. I would actually deflect out with. So I would, let's say I was here, I feel somebody behind me, I deflect down and punch. But that's me just making it up. I haven't been taught that. Okay. Thank you, Susan. Good. So let's practice the whole sequence from left heel kick. So this the stuff we did last week and the stuff that we did this week. Let's do it a couple of times. I'll mention a couple of things to remember, and we'll do it again, and we'll call it good. So sorry, go ahead, Rogelio.
You suggested last week that if you still think it's a good idea to review the transition into brush knee, both from brush knee, from the lute, and from
Yes.
something else.
Thank you. Yes. So Rogelio in mail this week asked this really interesting question. We talked about the different ways you get into brush knee. And so let's just quickly review that, because that's always good to do. So for example, the first place in the form where we go into brush knee is we're in white crane. So we're going to rotate the right hand, get the left hand into a lift, one arm up, one arm down, close and step. And then the rest will be the same for all of them. So let's just check this one again. So white crane, 1, rotate the right arm, start lifting with the left. 2, one arm up, one arm down, close and step. Okay, so that's the one transition. Another one is from hand-strum lute. So we've done hand-strum lute. We're going to go into left brush knee. Again, the first thing we have to do is we have to rotate the right hand palm up, and the left hand will start lifting, just like in white crane. So right hand rotates, left starts coming up, circle, one up, one down, close and step, and then brush and push. So you can see that's similar. Let's do that again. So we've done hand-strum lute. 1, rotate the right hand, start lifting the left. 2, swing out, heel touch. And then 3 and 4 in the usual way. So that's our second example. The third example is the one we did today. We're up here in the kick. So 1 is bring the right palm facing you, and the left hand starts going up. 2, one arm up, one arm down, close and step. 3 is brush, 4 is push. Let's just do that again. So we're starting here. You're looking to the front. So 1, circle the right hand palm up. 2, one arm up, one arm down to the corner, close and step. And let's just go around one more time. We'll do white crane. I'm not going to say much. You should just do that yourself. But 1, rotate the right hand palm up, palm back, left hand palm up, swing, step, brush and push. And then the third one, hand-strum lute. We're in empty stance, left leg forward. So 1, rotate the right hand, left hand starts lifting. 2, one arm up, one arm down, brush, push. So those are 3 different places we go into left brush knee, and you can see with all of them what we really have to work on is getting the right arm ready to do this nice swing.
Quickly, when we're coming from the kick, you say you still have to raise your left hand a little bit?
It's, yeah, it is so subtle.
Okay.
I mean, the reason why I think about moving my hand is it's almost like I want to move everything at the same time, right? I don't want to like do this and just leave this hand floating and doing nothing. But really, what it's doing, if you think about it, is this is when I've done my kick, right? So this is my kick shape, and this is my lifting shape. So it's really just going from that to that, right? As this right hand comes forward, that's all that happens. So this right hand is going all the way from the back to the front as the left hand just goes from this to this. And
So it
lifts
doesn't lift
slightly.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just for
Okay,
Thank you.
good. So just since we said we were going to do it, we'll start at the left heel kick and just do what we just did, go all the way through to where we finished today. So left heel kick after the separation kicks. Okay, left brush knee. Circle, one up, one down, close and step, brush and push. Right brush knee. Now, step forward, punching down, shift back, open the right toe, both arms circle down, right fist to the hips. Now brush forward with the left arm, punching down, right arm straight, torso probably leaning forward. Turn body chop with fist, shifting back weight, straighten the torso, turn. Now rotate the right arm in front of your stomach, sit back, chop, and shift forward, strike with the left arm. Parry, block, and punch, shifting back weight, rotate the right arm, connecting out with the right, pulling back with the left. Now both arms circle down to your parry, second parry, block, punch. Right heel kick, shift back, open the left toe, both arms open. Now circle the right arm down, lifting up, heel kick, and stop. Tongshengmen, 再见.
老师，再见。